Hi friends, so today we are moving into part 2 of module 1 power generation transmission and protection subject, which is a 5th semester electrical and electronics engineering subject under the KTU syllabus. So today we are going to cover what is meant by a hydroelectric power plant, and we will be going through the schematic diagram and the advantages and disadvantages. So let us move on to what is meant by hydroelectric power plant. So, hydroelectric power plant is a generating station which uses the potential energy of water for the generation of electrical energy. This is known as a hydroelectric power plant. Let us go into a small detail of it. What is meant by a hydroelectric power plant, or what is the working of a hydroelectric power plant? Water head is created by constructing a dam across a river or lake. That means for converting the potential energy. So the water is stored in a high level. So that means the potential energy of water is being utilized here. Now from the dam, the water is led towards the water turbine. What does it mean? Here it is being converted into kinetic energy. So this water turbine, it captures the energy of the falling water and changes the hydraulic energy into mechanical energy, which means the kinetic energy of water is now converted into mechanical energy, and this turbine is used for as a prime mover for the alternator. Okay, so the alternator, it converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So these are the different conversions which are happening inside a hydroelectric power plant. So simply saying, we can say the potential energy of water is being converted into electrical energy here. So this is a working of a hydroelectric power plant. Now let us go into the schematic diagram and a detailed working of the hydroelectric power plant. I hope you have studied all these things in your lower classes. Let us go into the schematic diagram. So which are the different parts of the schematic diagram? So let us go into each of them. First comes a reservoir and a dam. Okay, then second comes a pressure tunnel or a pressure channel, then a surge tank, then comes a valve house, after that a penstock, after that a powerhouse, and then comes the river. So let us go into a detail of each of these blocks. Let's go for the first one, that is a reservoir and a dam. So normally for acquiring the potential energy, the water is to be stored in a high level, which means a reservoir of water is being made by constructing a dam across a river. Okay, so that is the purpose of a dam. That is the first one. It is constructed across a river or lake, and water from the catchment area collects at the back of this dam to form a reservoir. So this is how the reservoir is made. Now second comes a pressure tunnel. Pressure tunnel or a pressure channel is actually a tunnel itself which is leading the water from the reservoir towards the valve house where it is being controlled, where the water flow is being controlled. So, pressure tunnel or pressure channel is a tunnel itself which takes the water from the reservoir towards the valve house. Okay, so that is what is meant by a pressure tunnel. Now, third comes a surge tank. What is a surge tank? A surge tank is an opening which is given inside the at a point in a tunnel, in the pressure tunnel itself. So it is an opening which is given on the pressure tunnel, and the purpose of this opening is whenever water is flowing from through this pressure channel and a sufficient load is not there, or the load is very low, or suddenly the load is being cut off, so still the water flow is there. What happens then? The penstock is having a chance of bursting. Okay, to avoid this dangerous situation, there is an opening provided in the tunnel, which is actually at a high level. So what happens is the water will be stored during this low load period. The water will be stored inside the surge tank. Okay, and when the load is coming back, load is again coming back, or load increases, this surge tank, the water stored inside the surge tank will be normally going towards the penstock. So this is a simple working of a surge tank. it is just a big opening provided inside the tunnel itself, so that the water can be stored whenever the load is low. So that is what is meant by a surge tank. Now, fourth comes a valve house. So the valve house is the point where the penstock is starting. What is the purpose of a valve house? From the word itself, it is clear that there will be some valves inside this valve house for controlling the water flow. So there are mainly two types of valves inside this valve house. One is a mains Lewis valve, and the second one is known as automatic isolating valves. So the first one, that is mains Lewis valve, it controls the water flow to the powerhouse. And the second one, that is automatic isolating valve, it cuts off the water supply whenever the penstock is bursting. So when the penstock is bursting, the isolating valves, that means the automatic isolating valve, it is used for cutting off the water, and whenever we need a control of the water flow, we can use a mains Lewis valve. So let's move on to the fifth block, that is a penstock. So you might have seen very large diameter pipes which are running from the valve house towards the powerhouse. So this valve, the water from the valve house is being taken towards the powerhouse with the help of very huge steel pipes. It is having a very high diameter. So these are huge pipes for carrying the water. Now the last one, sixth one, is the powerhouse and the main heart of this power generating unit. Okay, and what is done here? The hydraulic energy of water, okay, this potential energy here, it is being converted into kinetic energy while flowing, and then it is used for rotating a turbine. That means the hydraulic energy is now converted into mechanical energy, and here itself is the alternator. The turbine is connected to the alternator via shaft, and this alternator, it converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So this is the simple working as well as the schematic diagram of a power plant. These are the important blocks you have to study. Now we are moving into the advantages. It is very simple to identify the advantages of a hydroelectric power plant. It requires no fuel. Why? Because water is the main fuel. Okay. Then second one is, it is very neat and clean. There is no smoke, ash, nothing like that, like a thermal power plant. Okay. Then it requires very small running charges because the water is the source of energy. Running charges are very low. Now, when compared to any other plant, construction is simpler and it requires less maintenance. Okay, and it does not require a long starting time just like a steam power plant. This can be directly put into service. Then it has a robust, it is robust and has a longer life. Now the next advantage is that uh, along with the main purpose of generation, it can be also used for irrigation and and controlling the floods. Okay. Now the main thing is, during the construction, it requires, even though it requires high skilled persons, after that for the operation, only few experienced persons are only needed. So that are the main advantages of the system. Now let's move on to the disadvantages. So what will be the disadvantage? Main disadvantage is that the high capital cost. Why? Because the construction of dam means it is a very high cost. Then comes the uncertainty about the availability of water, that we already know. The unavailability, sometimes there will be an unavailability and sometimes it will be very high. So it depends upon the weather condition, all those things. Then next comes skilled and experienced hands during the building of the plant. So during the construction, they need skilled labors. So that is the next disadvantage. And the last one is the high cost of the transmission lines. Why? Because from hilly areas, why? Because the dams are normally constructed in a hilly area. So this transmission lines are to be carried from the hilly areas towards the consumers. So that is the another disadvantage. So these are the different disadvantages the hydroelectric power plant is having. So that's all for today. So hope you understood all those things. Thank you everyone for listening. Stay tuned.